I wish you good luck in some of your guys' senior year, and 11th grade is still no walk in the park. So I wish you luck and congratulations that you've made it this far. My first question is, how has your faith impacted you while doing this challenge?
Uh, Motivation, definitely. That faith in God that this is something He wants you to do, He wants you to accomplish. It's like eventually, if I try hard enough with God's help, I can get anywhere else.
How has this challenge better prepared you for maybe a future career in engineering?
Well, in my case, I actually really liked it since I want to study computer science or software engineering, and actually like making like a coding and a programming project that actually I could see like its fruit. It was really helpful because it kind of showed me what I'm learning. It's like a cool skill, and I can see what like the progress of my skills as I continue learning.
And I wanted to study mechanical engineering, but like I always wanted to go more into the aerospace side and seeing how like every single little tweak you do changes the flight path, just like rotating this little piece of paper by a little bit changes a lot. And it's like how to design things that fly, that move. That's a thing I really like and something I really got to apply in this project.
The teamwork aspect. So, how did working on this competition help you communicate your ideas?
How did this while working on this help you communicate your ideas with the women?
Well, as we were all like together, I remember like Valentina and Emma were on the floor with the paper, and Edgar and I were trying to figure out the mechanism. And communication is something we learn is really important because sometimes you get all heated and start like, oh no, this is how you do it. No, this is how you do it. And when you're like in a good communication state, I think everything flows together. And sometimes you don't even have to talk to have good communication between your teammates.
Mm.
Sometimes when the connection is really good, you just know what everyone's on, you know?
Do you think learning how to effectively communicate will help you in later aspects of your career and life?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
most definitely.
100%. Well, an example I could give, even though it isn't like really related to GCU, this summer I did an internship at a tech job, and I had to work with a partner for the first time, and it was really cool because, like, for example, the way I was working with Samuel here with the project, basically, if he changed something in the code, he would have to like send it to me through WhatsApp or something. Well, at a tech job, you don't do that. You use GitHub or something like that, where you have to push the changes, you have to communicate with your team to make sure that you're on the right branch and stuff. So it's really interesting. Managing time and teamwork were things that I think no, I learned with GCU that helped me in my interest.
Doing ideas back and forth, and you just try to get the most out of each other. And that's like a thing that I learned that my ideas are not the most important one. It's like the group ideas, things we can combine from Edgar's ideas, from Emma's, Valentina's, and just make the best thing we can together, not as individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important for a teamwork because you appreciate each different skills for fulfill the teamwork skills.
What you said there about it's not my idea, it's the team's idea, I really love that. And I'm gonna steal that because that is just so wise from someone who is younger than me. So I'm really happy that you're able to understand that. What would be your advice to someone who's doing it for the first time?
That's a good question.
Well, I would say pace yourself first,
Mhm.
because when a deadline is really far away, you think, oh, I'm gonna do it later. But if you like, it's really important to set deadlines for different stuff instead of just like, oh, this is the finish date for everything I have to do. Put a deadline for the book, put a deadline for how has to work, or for this prototype. Another thing I learned, I also did an internship at an electric company. They really showed me about fail safes. Yeah, having backups on backups on backups of stuff Because if you, for example, delete a code by mistake, it's gonna be really hard to recover. If not, you're gonna have to do it over again. And same thing with hardware. Have document well what you did so you can recreate it. If you did something right, you want to know what you did so you can recreate it and put it into design.
Yeah.
One more. What excites you for competing for another time?
I feel more nervous than excited.
In my case, I really am excited because it'd be like another chance to, have another project. I already know like kind of how I should structure it. Like someone said, you have to plan things out first. So basically, with each time you participate in an event like this, you have to take what you learned from the past one.
Mr. San Quentin and
Yes.
Mr. Rosario, you guys can both answer this.
Yeah.
But what benefit have you seen from your students in participating in this?
Yeah. For real, in some projects, even if teachers, we don't know what we're gonna do. Even
Yeah.
if maybe we don't have the knowledge for specific things. And we learn about our students. Just it's not to teach, it's learn together. I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
it's learn together.
For me personally, it was really incredible. Like I said, I mean, in our minds, right, the project was basically something that we got to choose, right? That's what my aspect was at the beginning before we got all the instructions, right? And that's basically what I sold to them, hey guys, we're gonna build something, that you want to build, oh cool. And then when we got the thing, I'm like, hey guys, I was a little wrong, but let's see how we can tackle this, right? And they were like, all right, mister, let's do this, and then to see them all grow together and bringing her in. And, the way they all work together was really something incredible. And like I say, it's really a blessing to see how this project can bring everybody together in one mindset,
I do have one more question for our advisors. What
Of
might
course.
you say to other advisors of other international schools who are hesitant to join this competition or to be a part of this competition? Because from an international perspective, there's the technology part of it. There's, you have to upload the video. You have to be the advisor that helps. So what advice would you give another international school? Why would you tell them to compete or not?
Every challenge is an opportunity.
That's right.
For every college, it doesn't matter what nations. It's an opportunity because you can grow up your team to a next level for another challenges, for unexpected experience. And that's my opinion.
Right. No, I definitely say, that this is something that whether you know about it or you don't, it's good to dive into it just to learn and to see how your students really grow. Because I mean, that was my biggest thing, to see how these guys all combined and got together and had conversations and got upset because one was not doing the work and whatever. It was an incredible thing. It was an awesome thing to see. And like I said, it's a blessing. And once they finish everything, they're all happy with each other and they see their project, and they were not really focused about, oh, we're gonna win. No, we were like focused about like, oh, wow, it works. That was the main things. Like, oh, wow, it really works. I mean, all this work really paid off, whether we win or not. It really paid off. So that was really the blessing that was really into all this. So to any school that can be looking at this, right? Definitely go for it. This is a top-notch thing, and your students are gonna love it. That's for sure. Definitely.
Thank you so much. That was incredible. If you all have anything else, we'd love to hear it. Otherwise, we appreciate your time exponentially. And thank you to Tyler as well for coming up with those great questions.